Shane Warne's children have made one final, fitting tribute, as they exited the Australian cricket legend's private funeral. Shane Warne has been farewelled by his closest family and friends in a private funeral today. A cluster of Australian cricket icons arrived at Warne's beloved St Kilda Football Club for the invitation-only ceremony, including Victorian seaman Merv Hughes, former Test captain Mark Taylor, batting great Mark Waugh and former wicketkeeper Ian Healy. Close mate Michael Clarke, former fast bowler Brendon Julian and partner in crime Glenn McGrath were also in attendance. The service was held in Melbourne with almost 100 high-profile names attending, including TV commentating colleagues, Melbourne media personalities, and St Kilda Football Club figures. Eddie Maguire hosted the funeral and delivered the opening tribute. Former Australian cricketers Merv Hughes, Mark Waugh and Mark Taylor arrive. Picture, David Caird. Former Australian cricketer Glenn McGrath arrives. Eddie Maguire arrives with his partner. Picture, David Caird. He brought together so many things, Maguire told reporters outside the venue, as reported by the Herald Sun. The reason why he was so loved is because he was fallible, he was Superman. You threw the ball to Warne, you sat in that southern stand and he did the things you dreamt of doing as a kid. He had the hat trick, took 700 wickets, the batting ball, he did everything. He did the things like wow. I wonder what it would be like to be a playboy in London society. The magic part about Shane Warne was that he sprinkled his gold dust everywhere he went. He didn't become a hermit, he brought his friends into everything in life. The guest list included former footy show host Sam Newman, Melbourne Cup identity Lloyd Williams, and some members of Warne's poker group. Former St Kilda player Stephen Baker and club president Andrew Bassat were also among the mourners, along with comedian Glenn Robbins, Fox Sports presenter Mark Howard, Danny Minogue, and Sue Gudinsky. Danny Minogue and Sue Gudinsky arrive. Picture, Ian Curry. Shane Warne's mother arrives. Picture, David Caird. Sam Newman arrives. Picture, Ian Curry. Following a heartbreaking lap of honour around St Kilda's home ground of Moorabbin Oval, Warne's body left the venue in a hearse on Sunday afternoon shortly after 12:45 p.m. The Herald Sun reports that Coldplay anthem Fix You blared from the ground speakers, as a small group of people followed the coffin, including Warne's 3 children and his parents. Warne's brother Jason, father Keith and son Jackson were among those who carried his coffin to the car. The cricket legend's coffin was not covered in flowers, rather a pair of St Kilda scarves. The coffin of Shane Warne is carried out by his son Jackson. Picture, David Caird. The coffin of Shane Warne is loaded into the hearse next to friends and family. Picture, David Caird. The hearse carrying Shane Warne leaves the ground. Picture, Ian Curry. Warne's children previously attended a special tribute to the cricket legend during an AFL match on Friday at Marvel Stadium. Warne's former partner Elizabeth Hurley posted on Instagram just hours before the funeral that she was devastated about being unable to attend. "My heart aches that I can't be in Australia tomorrow for Shane's funeral," she wrote. "I was filming last night and, with the time jump, physically can't get there." These pictures were taken in Sri Lanka to celebrate our engagement. We had all our children with us, and it was the happiest time. It still hasn't really sunk in that he's gone. It seems too cruel that all the people who loved him will never have another lion hug, but our memories will live forever. R.I.P. Lionheart, with love, your Luna. The service comes 10 days before a crowd of 50,000 is expected to gather at the MCG for a star-studded public memorial. Coldplay's Chris Martin will be sending a music performance to be played during the memorial, while pop icons Elton John and Ed Sheeran will also deliver messages. The MCG's Great Southern Stand will be renamed in the King of Spin's honour, a move announced just hours after his. The 52-year-old of a suspected heart attack on March 4th while holidaying in Thailand. In a touching post to his father last week, Jackson said no one would be able to fill the void he had left in his heart. Shane Warne poses for a promotion image. Jack Thomas before the 100. Sitting at the poker table, walking around the golf course, watching the Saints and eating pizza is never going to be the same, he wrote. But I know all you ever wanted for me is to be happy, no matter what. So that's what I'm going to do, try and be happy. I'm going to miss you so much, Dad. I wish I could look you in the eyes one more time and give you one more hug. You were truly the best father and best mate anyone could have asked for. With NCA Newswire.